Welcome back. Well, as promised, let's get chatting with the management of Shyam Metalics. Well, they've gone ahead and done some inorganic growth, which is good news, and the street has read it positively. They basically announced that they have acquired Mittal Corp, resulting in additional stainless steel capacity of around 1.5 lakh tons per annum. But to understand more about that, well, we're currently joined by Mr. Brij Bhushan Agarwal, the Vice Chairman, as well as the Managing Director of the company. Hi, Mr. Agarwal. Congratulations on closing out another acquisition. The street has read it positively for now. But give us a couple of details. One, is this plant currently functioning, at that rated capacity? Two, do you need to spend some money out there? And what is the total cost of acquisition? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. This plant is functioning now, but the capacity utilization presently is very low. And once we take up the complete control of the plant, because it is under the acquisition process, we'll be running from next year at full 100% capacity.
Okay.
And where your point number two, like about the acquisition cost, overall, we have to do some little bit of modifications and upgradations, which will not take much time. The total acquisition value will be around 450 crores.
450 crore rupees is the total acquisition cost. It's a small unit, but is there any more scope to expand it? What is the kind of addition you'll see to top line because of this acquisition? And this 450 crore rupees, how will you be funding it? You spoke internal accruals, but otherwise the capex that you've announced of 10,000 crore rupees, that's a big number. What is the guidance that you can give in terms of where you will put it, and what kind of debt will you have to take because of this?
This 450 crores is 100% from the internal accruals, and there is no debt financing in this. And next year onwards, we expect a revenue of somewhere around 2,000 crores from this plant. And down the line, in next 2 to 3 years, we will be doubling the capacity in the stainless steel. And we expect that in next 3 to 4 years, to be more prudent, we should be able to generate a revenue of around 4,000 to 5,000 crores from the stainless steel business.
Oh, okay. All right. So 2,000 crores and it's going to 4,000 crores odd by 2025 odd. A couple of questions, Mr. Agarwal. The plant is currently not functioning, right? To get it up and
no, it is functioning.
It's functioning, but it's not at full, at optimum levels. So as you said,
right,
the next year you'll be looking at it going to optimal levels. Do you have to spend some more money, or that's all taken into account in the 450 crores?
That has all been taken account in the 450.
And the capacity is 1.5 lakh tons. When you're saying it's doubling, you'll be taking it to around 3 lakh tons.
Yeah, approximately 3 lakh tons. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's about this unit. But just to move on, then, you're talking about 10,000 crores of CAPEX. I wanted some clarity. Around 4,000 crores you already announced. So that 4,000 crores is part of this 10,000 crores, right?
Very correct.
So
very
the
correct.
remainder is around 6,000 crores. Out of that, I'll pull out another 450 crores odd, which you're going to be spending for this unit. So around 5,500 to 6,000 crores is remaining. What all do you want to spend on? What's in the pipeline, or is there some other inorganic growth that you're looking at?
See, by end of next year, like we have stated that 4,000 crores capex has already been declared. We should be over by end of next year, 24. And we have acquired another plant, Ramsarup Industrial Corporation, where in next quarter we'll be declaring the capex for the same, for the modification and upgradation of that plant. In addition to that, since we will be over with the present capex in next 1 year time, we will be increasing the capacity in our existing business of long product, as we are seeing that there is a good penetration demand.
Okay.
Happening. So majorly, I would say more than 40-50% of the new capex will be spent in the brownfield, in the existing plant, in our same organic business where we want to grow.
Okay. So you've outlined where all you will be putting that money. But since it's a big amount, I would like to know, will you be taking more debt for this? How are you going to be funding this acquisition or the capex that you've spoken about?
We have enough cash in our business.
Okay, all right. So it looks like there's a technical glitch there, but the stock is doing really well, and good commentary coming in from Shyam Metalics as well. Now, okay, you're back. Mr. Agarwal, please go ahead.
See, the capex what we have declared for additional 6,000 crores is not going to come in next 1 or 2 years. We have said around 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
And since we are done with our existing capex what we have declared in the past. So all these things is going to come through the internal accruals, and we have around, we have to dilute another, 13%, 12.5%, 13% stake for the SEBI guidelines. So we will be getting a lot of cash in our system from that as well. So this is a combination of the internal accruals plus, the dilution of our,
You'll be getting some cash. So are you going to do a fresh issue? Will the promoter entity get the cash, or will the company get the cash? Because if you're going to bring that 88% down to around 75%, then you will be getting that money. But if you're going to be doing a fresh issue, then the company gets the money.
It is not yet been completely decided, but it is going to be a combination of, OFS and QIP.
QIP. Oh, okay.
Interesting. So we'll touch base with you once that is decided as well. Now let's talk about business in general. Mr. Agarwal, can you give us a sense of how demand is on ground? And what has been the change in pricing if we talk about your main product? Have you seen some recovery? If yes, by how much? And if you can compare it with the Q2 pricing that we saw, because that was the weak quarter.
See, market is now turning better, I would say, after the, the change in the import-export duty withdrawal by the government. The market is looking positive, and down the line also, the long product penetration, the demand is on the better side. The margins are also increasing because the coal prices are also, cooling. So we are seeing that in the time to come, the business is going to be pretty decent.
Okay. Then we'll ask you for two numbers. One, export market, if it's reviving, what does export go as a percentage of your total mix? As of the last, quarter that we have, it was around 9%. And second up, if you could tell us, as of the second quarter, you did less than 5,500 EBITDA per ton. So will that number recover in Q3, or will it recover in Q4?
See, the export market is not yet picked up, I would say, because of the, it's a festive session and the international market, there is a lot of inflation. I would not say that export has really is a game changer at present, but in the time to come, I believe from next year onwards, the export market has to pick up. Because of the energy crisis, and inflation, there's a lot of change in the export demand. And when we are talking from the EBITDA margin point of view, I can say about the overall, the year-wise, this year our revenue is going to be around 35-40% over the last year revenue earning.
Okay.
And in all the quantity also, lot of growth is there in the long product, B2C space, 1 year before.
Yes, Mr. Agarwal, we do realize, yes, there will be a recovery. We just wanted to get a sense of EBITDA per ton, also because you had guided for 11,500 to 12,000 rupees per ton, right? Since in Q2, it's less than 5,500 rupees per ton, what are you guiding for the rest of the year? Will you be able to meet this guidance?
The average should be around, the average of the year should be around 8,000 to 9,000 rupees a ton.
Okay, so it'll be lower than what you were tracking earlier because of the way things have been in Q2. And as Nigel asked you, exports, you are saying it'll see a revival. It was around 9% in Q2. In this year itself, will you see it going higher because of the removal of export duties?
Not really. I don't see a very great change. We have to wait for the next year. Yeah.
Okay, so pricing still is a bit of an issue, and it's more lucrative maybe to go ahead and sell your production in the domestic market rather than the export market. So we don't expect any kind of revival on that front. Well, it's been good speaking to you, Mr. Agarwal. Thanks so much for stopping by and giving us those details. Wishing you all the best for the end of this year as well as for the next year. And we'll wait by for that dilution, the QIP as well as the OFX mix as well. Well, for the time being, though, we'll slip into a short break. You come back, we'll continue our focus on markets and stock-specific action.